The following episode of The Radio Adventures of Dr. Floyd was recorded live on September 29th, 2006 at the Ontario Airport Marriott in Ontario, California, as part of the 2006 Podcast and Portable Media Expo.
It's time once again for America's favorite show, The Radio Adventures of Dr. Floyd, brought to you by drfloyd.com. Woo!
We begin this adventure on the bridge of the time and space ship of that brooding, bungling baddie, Dr. Steve.
Oh, knock it off, you're embarrassing me.
And his sock-shaped assistant, Fidgert. The two villains are currently racing through the time and space stream, no doubt plotting some dastardly plan.
Brr, Fidget, it's so cold in the time and space stream. Get out my portable heater and plug it in. Say, that's better already. Hey, I know. Let's mix up some instant brownie mix. All right, I'll turn on the oven here to preheat. There we go, very nice. Now let's see, while we're waiting, let's make some cappuccinos. A little more. Come on, a little more, there's a lot of people here. Ah, there we go. Good little sound effects, people. Now, just for fun, Fidget, why don't you get out my electric duck so we can plug it in and gaze into its glowing glory? Thank you, Fidget. Now let me plug it in. It was our most expensive sound effect from last year, so we figured we should use it again this year. There we go, Fidget. Carelessly wasting electrical power as we... Fidget, I've gone blind. I can't see. Blown a fuse? Oh no, we're losing power. We're falling out of the time and space stream. Prepare for a spectacular crash, Fidget.
As our villains plummet perilously out of time and space stream, let's catch up with our hero of heroes, Dr. Floyd. His young protege, Dr. Grant. And their faithful robot companion, Chips. Voiced by the beautiful and talented Maura Quirk. Our trio of heroes are currently hurtling through time and space, hot on the heels of Dr. Steve and Fidgert in their own time and space ship. We join Dr. Floyd and Dr. Grant locked in an obviously heated scientific debate.
I'm telling you, Dr. Grant, they do.
Dr. Floyd, they clearly don't.
Look, am I not the world's most brilliant scientist?
Well, of course, but...
Then I should know, and I'm telling you they do.
Look, Dr. Floyd, no offense, but this is the one thing you're wrong about.
I can't believe this. I know how we can settle this. Chips, could you come in here, please?
Oh, good idea, Dr. Floyd.
Hello, Dr. Floyd. How may I be of assistance?
Chips, how are you? You need to settle a bet for us, Chips.
Yeah, we've been having an obviously heated scientific debate about it.
Oh, I'd be happy to help in any manner possible.
You see, my obviously nimble-minded protege here...
Nimble-minded? I can't believe you just said that, Dr. Floyd, especially in a situation where you're clearly wrong.
Me? Wrong? That'll be the day.
Well, that day is now because...
Doctors, please, settle down. Now, tell me what you two are arguing about before we encounter a plot point that will prevent me from finding out what silly little thing you're arguing about.
Oh, certainly, Chips. Okay, Dr. Grant, if you will allow me to state the problem...
Oh, please do, Dr. Floyd.
Thank you, Dr. Grant. Well, Chips, you see, the way...
Oh, too late.
Dagnabbit, what's going on now?
It would appear that Dr. Steve and Fidgert have left the time and space stream.
Where did they go, Chips?
I do not know the answer to that query, Dr. Floyd, as it appears that they have just fallen out of the time and space stream.
Fallen out of the time and space stream?
Yes, my sensors registered a complete loss of power on their ship, and it fell out of the time and space stream.
Do you know what time period they jumped to?
Actually, because they fell out of the time and space stream as opposed to making a time jump, I was not able to track them.
You mean to tell me that Dr. Steve and Fidgert are somewhere in the history of time and we have absolutely no way to tell where they are and prevent any dastardly plan that they may come up with?
I'm afraid so, Dr. Floyd.
Oh, well, I guess that gives us more time to settle this debate.
But, Dr. Floyd, don't you think we should go after them? Because...
Quiet, Dr. Grant. You can't weasel yourself out of this one.
What matter could possibly be so important that you're going to forego chasing after Dr. Steve?
Well, you know those Mother's Cookies, circus animal cookies?
You mean the small white and pink frosted animal crackers with multicoloured sprinkles on them made famous by the Mother's Cookie Company?
Yes.
Out of Oakland, California.
Uh-huh.
Though they closed the Oakland factory in May of 2006 and moved all production to Ohio and Canada.
Yes, those are the ones. Sheesh. Darn know-it-all robot.
So, what's your question?
Well, Dr. Floyd here seems to think that the white frosted cookies taste different from the pink frosted cookies.
Yes, and?
And Dr. Grant thinks that both the pink frosted cookies and the white frosted cookies taste exactly the same.
Do you see what I have to suffer through on a daily basis, people? Oh, what is it you want me to do exactly?
We want you to taste the cookies and tell us what you think.
Well, I'd love to help you, Dr. Floyd, but there is one slight problem.
What's that?
I'm a robot. I can't eat cookies. In fact, after the Diet Coke incident, I'm doing my best to stay away from any and all food.
Confound it, you're right.
Well, how are we going to solve this, Dr. Floyd?
Well, if only there were somewhere we could make a time jump to, where there'd be a lot of people gathered together, and we could give out cookies to all of them and let them vote on it to see if they taste the same or not.
I know just the place! Quick, to the controls!
As our heroes race to the controls of their time and spaceship, let's find out when in time that evil mastermind Dr. Steve and his sock-shaped assistant Fidgert have landed.
Where have we landed, Fidgert?
Me.
Oh, excuse me there, little girl. What year is it?
It's 1888, sir.
1888? Oh, that's fantastic, Fidgert. We're stuck in time years before the invention of television.
Oh, we learned, you mean, baby.
Well, what city are we in?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, it only gets worse. It looks like this is some kind of laboratory or something.
Just then, a man stepped out of the laboratory. It was none other than incredibly talented inventor Nikola Tesla, voiced by the incredibly funny Frank Conniff.
This sure is a laboratory. And we'd appreciate it if you stopped making all this racket. We're doing some important work in here.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. My automobile just had a minor accident, that is all.
Automobile, you say? I've heard about these things. Say, this is pretty nice, if not a little dented up.
Oh, Fidgert, how are we going to fix our ship and get out of here?
Maybe you can help me out.
Ask Tesla to help us out? I don't see how asking a late 80s, early 90s heavy metal band will help us out in this situation. Besides, knowing them, they're probably just singing on and on about signs all the time. Nikola Tesla? You mean the world-famous inventor?
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm world-famous, but people do know my name.
Wait a minute. You're Nikola Tesla?
Yes.
Fidgert, I have a brilliant idea. We'll get Tesla to help us out of here.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Mr. Tesla, sir, our automobile is suffering from a lack of power after the accident. Do you think you could help us out?
A lack of power, eh? I may be just able to help you with that. Quick, let's go to my laboratory.
As Nikola Tesla races into his laboratory with Dr. Steve and Fidgert, let's look in on Dr. Floyd, Dr. Grant, and Chips, who are now standing in the middle of a field on the West Virginia-Kentucky border.
Dr. Grant, what are we doing here in 1878? And who are these people?
Trust me, Dr. Floyd, these folks will help us out. Hi, everyone! Howdy, y'all! Now look, here's what we're going to do. We give each of you a bag containing 2 cookies. You need to taste each cookie and then tell us if you think they taste different or the same, okay? Go ahead and give them a taste. Dr. Floyd, that's a copyrighted song. Don't use that.
Okay, by round of applause, how many of you think that the pink cookies taste different from the white cookies?
All right. And now, how many of you think there's no difference in taste between the two? See? I told you, Dr. Floyd.
Oh, no, clearly, Dr. Grant, there was louder clapping for them tasting different.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't.
Doctors, I don't mean to interrupt your argument, but it would appear that fighting has broken out amongst the crowd you've assembled here.
Our heroes make it back to the ship just before the serious fighting breaks out amongst the gathered rabble. As they leap back into the time and space stream, let's travel to Tesla Laboratory in 1888.
There. I have fitted your spaceship with a Tesla coil.
What does a Tesla coil do?
Well, you see, it's a magnifying transmitter, not a magnificent transmitter, mind you.
Well, it's pretty magnificent. It looks good.
A magnifying transmitter, which, if put on a page, might be confusing. But your ship was putting out very low electrical voltage. I think it was due to someone plugging in this little duck here. But now, the Tesla coil will boost that voltage into much greater voltage and enable you to power your automobile.
Ah, I see. Why, that is amazing. Even magnificent. You're a pretty decent inventor. What else do you have up that sleeve of yours?
Well, I'll tell you. I have this little idea for a directed energy weapon. I call it a peace ray! It'll be a weapon that will destroy things from 200 to 250 miles away! Just imagine being able to wipe out entire army units from the comfort of your own home with a concentrated blast of energy! I'm saying it's good.
Okay, well, thanks for fixing our ship. Good luck with your peace ray, whatever it is. Quick, Fidgert, to the ship.
Dr. Steve and Fidgert quickly hop aboard their ship and take off into the time and space stream. Elsewhere in the time and space stream, Dr. Floyd, Dr. Grant, and Chips are regrouping after their failed experiment.
Boy, those people were really touchy.
I know, it was so strange. I thought the Hatfields and McCoys were experts when it came to food.
Hatfields and McCoys? Dagnabbit, Dr. Grant, that's feud, not food.
Oops.
Well, that's a colossal waste of time, and to top it all off, we didn't settle our cookie debate.
I'm sorry, Dr. Floyd.
Oh, if only we could go to some brilliant scientist who could help us out.
Yeah.
Wait, I know of a very brilliant scientist. And since we're in this neck of the time stream, let's stop by and see him.
Moments later, our heroes are standing in front of the very same laboratory where moments before, Dr. Steve and Fidgert were.
So, what do you think, Mr. Tesla?
That's good cookie. I'd say the properties of the frosting are identical, and it's only a bit of coloring that was added.
Which means...
They taste the same.
I knew it! I was right.
Oh, can it, Dr. Grant? Well, thanks for taking the time to help us, Mr. Tesla.
It was my pleasure. Say, you wouldn't mind leaving the rest of those cookies here, would you? They are delicious.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Thank you. Wow, these are incredibly good. I can't stop eating them. Who needs a piece right when you've got cookies? Oh, they're wonderful! Oh, they're good.
As Tesla continues to eat his cookies, our heroes return to their ship and blast back off into the time and space stream. As they do, let's look in one last time on Dr. Steve and Fidgert.
You know, Fidgert, our ship flies much nicer with this Tesla coil installed. Nicler, yes. It's the big building in that one city, the Nicler building. Who typed this? They're fired. Your ship flies much nicer, we'll edit that out, with this coil installed. That Tesla sure was a big brain, but he's a little, what's the word? You said it. But the added bonus is that we have one of the first Tesla coils installed in our ship. Now we just jump back to the present and sell it on eBay. Just imagine what an original Tesla coil will go for on eBay.
But if you sell the coil on eBay, how are we power the ship?
You're right. If we sell the coil on eBay, we won't be able to power the ship. Curse you, Dr. Floyd! Well, I know it wasn't there, but trust me, somehow, I'm sure this is all Dr. Floyd's fault. I'll get you someday, Dr. Floyd!
Our villains race off in search of more deviously evil opportunities with our heroes hot on their tails. Where will Dr. Floyd and his crew wind up next? Will Dr. Steve ever get away with any of his half-baked brained ideas? And with the great circus animal cookies debate settled, what's next for Dr. Floyd?
Hey, Dr. Grant, you ever notice how these pink bunny rabbit peeps taste different than the yellow chick ones do?
No, they don't.
No, my, here we go again.
Find out next time on The Radio Adventures of Dr. Floyd!
Thank you. Let's hear it for our sign holder. For our crack sound effects team. For our narrator. For our kid right here. Dr. Doug, Dr. Floyd.
Yeah! Good.
Maura Quirk as Chips. And the amazing Frank Conniff, ladies and gentlemen.
Brought the house down.
Thank you very much, everybody. Now, we do want to say we have some comic books and CDs that are going to be available. Barbara's holding up the comic books, right? It's upside down, but you can read it either way you like. Right outside the door, we're going to be...
Special thanks to iProng Radio for making this evening's recording possible. iProng at iProng.com. Forks for your iPod, but not really.